Good. Oh, there we go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, content creators. We'll say that again. Good morning, content creators. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Monday. I hope you guys had an outstanding weekend. I sure did. You know what? Here's the thing about Mondays. This could be the last week and your kids might be out at school. Please, guys, this is the last week of school. Most of these people over here in the great state of Texas. If you're driving into a school zone, please have two hands on the steering wheel because Popo is waiting for you. They're waiting for America's Most Wanted. They're waiting for Eddie. He's out there. He's going to be out there doing that stuff. So, yeah, please do not be on your phone because you will definitely get a ticket. I hope you guys had an outstanding weekend. And yes, we got an interesting show today. You know why? Because our co-host is on vacation. And basically, I got to tell you some stories when I talked to Cheryl and Jeremy. But we'll talk about it a little bit. Let's see if we can do this right. Hopefully I can hit the right button. Hope I don't disconnect anybody in here. Let's see here. We'll add him in here. There he goes. Oh! Started off on the show. Yeah, here's one of the co-hosts. He is the original Quickie. He is the America's Most Wanted. Yeah, I just saw him on Cops on Fox Nation. You need to watch that. Cops on Fox Nation. They're showing the old school of Cops. He is on America's Most Wanted. I think right now he is drinking a Quickie. So hopefully he ain't going to get started with that. Yeah, it's been a long weekend, guys. You know what? But he is here. He's ready to roll. Today is Monday. We got to give it up for the yo. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and not cats. I have a theory about the cats, but I won't talk about that. Give it up for Eddie Lugo. And he is here, and we got a special guest getting ready to come on here. He is the substitute. You cannot substitute the great artist of Jeremy and Cheryl. Well, we're trying all the way from my favorite hometown, home country, Canada, or wherever he is. Give it up for the mustard drill. There we go. Look at that. Sunglasses. I wear my sunglasses on. I wear my sunglasses on all day. What's up, bro?
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
I didn't know you were living in Canada now, Scott.
I live close. The state I live in borders Canada on a Great Lake. So
yeah, you get the cold weather up there in Canada. So how you doing? How was your weekend?
It was very good. I spent more time getting my studio ready and just enjoying it. Finally got warm here, so I was enjoying the weather.
Nice.
Well, that's good, man. And I know Eddie he was kind of tired over the weekend. I know he was kind of tired. He said that on his morning cookie show. He was kind of tired. I guess he was watching movies and started drowsing out. Yeah, but other than that, thank y'all for coming in. Hey, you know what? I talked to Cheryl and Jeremy, and Jeremy had a hard time getting on the plane. Let's just say he probably made it. Yeah, so I think last time I actually talked to them, they were on getting ready to head on board the celebration, and I think his last short he did a review of Shaq's Chicken. He was ready to do that one.
Yep.
And he's having fun. But yes, I got my spies on those two people. Peer runners are on that cruise ship. I talked to them. Yeah, they are my double agents to find out what Jeremy's gonna do on this cruise. Yeah. It's gonna be great. We gotta check who's on the chat real quickly. What's on Adventures? I'm just a bill, only a bill. And he's sitting there like Santa Claus. Welcome back from your 30-day cruise. I know he's been back for a week now, but welcome, Matt. welcome back. I can't wait for the videos for that one. And let's see who else is on the house. Oh, there's yeah, okay. We don't know him.
We got
We got someone that says
in
hammer.
the house. We got bone tired travelers in the house. Welcome.
Boom, boom.
We've
You know,
got, let's see who else we've got here. We got cruising on the high seas and travel. Welcome in this morning.
good evening. Oh, good evening. Good morning. See, I'm so used to eating.
Here we have Sharon Rowland is here this morning. Thank you for stopping by. We got Fats and Tree are in here, so thanks for stopping by. Let's see who else here. We got Scott McNeil. Good morning. Thank you for coming.
Hey,
And we've got House of X in
oh,
the
put them up. That X.
morning.
No, I think House of S is gonna be on my cruise on the Carnival Jubilee, December 23rd. I don't have the picture up there, but yeah, December 23rd, the Carnival Jubilee. Baby Mama, hopefully will be on that one. Carrie Underwood, Baby Mama, yes, she hopefully will be on that one. Yeah, so let's see here. We got that one. We said the introduction. We did some people coming in. Thank y'all for coming in this morning. And let's see here. Real quickly, don't forget this weekend. Memorial Day weekend is coming this weekend. It's the beginning of the summer, but you got to remember, our men and women have sacrificed their lives for our country. You know, if it wasn't for those guys and women, we'd not be here as a country. So don't forget, this weekend is not all just barbecuing and going on cruises. Just remember that. Eddie, Edward,
Yo,
do you have the news of the day?
yes. Right away, we're gonna talk with this. Get it right now. If you want to bring snacks on your Carnival cruise, consider bringing non-perishable packaged snacks, including cookies, crackers, beef jerky, dry fruit snacks, mixed nuts, pre-pop popcorn, bags of chips, and candy. That's in any Carnival cruise. Also, don't bring anything made at home. It will not make it in. Also, we have the first tropical disturbance has formed in the Caribbean, just northeast of the Turk and Caicos, just 10 days before the official beginning of the 2023 Atlantic Basin hurricane season. How will it impact cruises in the coming days? While the 2023 hurricane season officially begins on June 1st, the National Hurricane Center in Miami, Florida, is tracking the first area disturbance of the season. The impacted region is northeast of the Turk and Caicos and extends further to the northeast, but could cause rough weather for cruises in the area for the next few days. The likelihood of the system gaining strength to develop into an official tropical storm is landed 10%. But nevertheless, it will be closely monitored and updated issue as necessary. For the first time, tropical disturbance ports in the Turk and Caicos, including the Turk, might see some impact because the area disturbance is likely to continue moving to the northeast. Bermuda might also be impacted in the days ahead. Cruise ships with routes through the impacted area, such as sailing towards Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, might also make changes to their itineraries to avoid worsening weather, perhaps by changing the order of ports of call or adjusting days at sea to move ahead or behind rough seas. And that's all other thing that we have here also. As it looks now, the course storm is expected to take will impact the Leeward Islands such as Antigua, St. Kitts and Nevis, San Martin, and the UK and US Virgin Islands with 4 to 6 inches of rain. San Martin has already announced that its cruise main gate will be closed from Friday, September 16 at noon. Pilot boat operations are to be suspended from 11 a.m. also on Friday. Puerto Rico could expect to see 10 inches of rain, and Hispaniola, which includes the Dominican Republic and Haiti, could see many more inches of rain. The Bahamas are expected to take a considerable hit from the storm, but not until next week, with forecasts now predicting around 45 to 50 miles per hour winds and up to 10 inches of rain. So that's going to be a nasty day, but we'll be doing fine. So We just gotta keep an eye on the weather, see how things are going, and things will go move forward. There's also news about a new novel virus running around in one ship alone. So no problems, Jay. Once we find out more about it, we'll let you know better.
All right, yeah. So the norovirus is going on. I think the CDC cruise ships have to report at least 10% before the CDC would get the call. So the
Yeah,
cruise line
10%.
is responsible to tell them people that get sick, passengers and crew to the CDC. That's how the rules are doing it. That's this week or over this COVID virus. I got some news here that's probably very interesting. In Seattle on yesterday, a 100-year-old World War II veteran went on a Discovery Princess yesterday for his, I think his second or third cruise on the Discovery Princess. This guy is a Tuskegee Airman. Now, if you don't know about the Tuskegee Airmen, they were all like Army Air Corps back in World War II, and basically they made history because when they're doing the escorting the bombers, they have not lost one bomber or one crewman while they're doing that. So that was very interesting. And there is a movie that that's based on a true story. It's called Red Tails. Y'all need to watch that. It'll tell you the true story about what they had to go through during the 1940s. The racism as far as the military is concerned, and the respect they wanted and they deserved to get. So I thought that was pretty cool. When they got on the ship, they had a military escort, a salute. That was pretty cool. I saw the video of that.
Mhm.
That was pretty cool. And so, yeah. Well, go ahead and check on the chat. T Dub is in the house. My brother, you've been sending me some good stuff about my other channel. Thank you for that. I am still working on the process. I'm going to put a couple of samples on there, and you guys decide which one should I use for the introduction for that channel. So we got other things going on. Do you know anybody else is in here on the chat?
Hey, I had a couple of news stories I wanted to just briefly mention in honor of our vacationing hosts, me and Carol. So I don't, and I apologize if they already covered this, but it looks like transportation just got easier at Galveston Cruise Port.
Oh yeah.
Like
Mhm.
it says here, in an exciting development, the ride-hailing giant Uber has officially become a transportation option at the Port of Galveston cruise terminals.
Nice.
About time.
Galveston Wharves and Uber recently finalized an agreement extending the company's services to the port, a move that will provide a new level of convenience for cruise ship passengers in one of the fastest growing ports in the United States. So, and then there's also another exciting development for the Port of Galveston. Turns out that Galveston, Texas is setting the stage for the arrival of Carnival Cruise Line's newest member, the Carnival Jubilee.
Yeah, that's
Dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
It looks like they're spending an impressive $53 million in expanding and upgrading Terminal 25 at Galveston Wharves to prepare for the ship's arrival in December of 2023. Looks like it's going to undergo a significant transformation and exciting development. They're going to completely revamp the entire Terminal 25 to accommodate the Jubilee, which is Carnival's third and I believe final XL class ship. So
Yes. They're not going to build any more ships after the Jubilee until the first of the next decade. But I want to talk about the Uber thing. Now, I traveled to Galveston a lot. And before this happened, the only way you could get straight to the terminal is to Lyft because Uber had negotiated some years ago with Galveston. They negotiations went out of control. They did not do that. Now Uber, before this happened, drop you off a couple of blocks away from the terminal. Now Lyft will take you directly to the curbside, which I love. So that's why I did Lyft. But it's about time that Uber say, hey, we need to. We're losing money. We're losing a lot of competition, getting more people getting up to the terminal. So yeah, it's about time that Uber did that. Let's see here.
You
Uh,
definitely need more options. I think for any port, you definitely need more options than what's
yes.
currently there. I mean, some ports have more options than others. Now, me personally, I like to use Lyft over Uber. I will
Hmm.
use Uber, but I like to use Lyft. And the reason why is because Lyft pays their drivers just a little bit more
Hmm.
than Uber does. So, whatever that share percentage is for whatever it is that you're paying for your ride.
Hmm.
Lyft gives just a little bit more of that to their drivers than Uber does. And for me, it's just kind of a no brainer. I mean, unless I was ever in a situation where I just couldn't get Lyft, and these days, most drivers drive for both. And they have, like they're actively driving for either or. So, if you call for a ride in either app, you're going to, get a drive. But in any event, I just choose to do that. It's a personal choice of mine just because, everybody can use a little bit more money, right?
Yes, absolutely. And guess who? We gotta find out. Oh, guess who's in the chat? Mama did what? Mama did what? It's in the house now. If you need to want, if you want to have some quality time with Mama did what, you go ahead and check out their channel. Great. She does great with her crafts and everything. She has good conversation. I like to listen to that. Let's see who else is here. Everybody saying hello to everybody else. Let's see here. Okay, so I got that all that stuff here. Let's see here. We're right on. Well, we're way ahead of schedule. Um, so Eddie, let's talk about the drill real quick. Hey, what did you do this weekend? Anything you did this weekend with regards to people going on cruises and stuff like that? I mean, you have a lot of people asking you for like the Alaska cruise and stuff like that. So
Yeah, we had a morning talk on Saturday at 9:30 in the morning with Destination Fun. Clock was there also, so all three of us we chatted about the new cruising that is going on. Then I was back for the Saturday stroll that evening, 6 p.m. A preview that Paul Bynes did with some nice trivia Saturday evening at 6. Then we went into the premieres during the night. I came back at 10 o'clock Saturday night. Mike came in a little bit later, and we had a nice conversation with. I had some Canadians in the house, so it was interesting, and we talked about more cruising and what cruise they've been doing, the different things that they have to do to travel down to the states. It's a lot more harder for them to go through all this than we do. It costs them more money too. They have to pay with the Canadian tender, so they have to spend more money than we do down here. So, I'm happy that they do come down and hang out and go on cruises. So, be happy that they're part of our cruising family. Then on Sunday in the morning, I went did some shopping. In the afternoon around. Well, I left her here around 11. I got home about 12:30 and had my wife and her sister had lunch and stuff like that. We watched it on TV, and then at 5 p.m. I went on Mike and Rebecca's Rihanna adventure show at 5 p.m. And we had a great time. We picked in Mike a lot, and then at 7 p.m. I went over to Clock again, and we had trivia and stuff like that on that show. It was really fun picking on the Clock because Ricky finally got the chair, so she was sitting comfortably. And after that, we watched Josh Moonlight Adventures, and then following by Howie Cruise, who were live
Oh yeah.
From the carnival celebration, and then they had Josh from Half Luggage Will Travel. They had the Mannings. They had a few people show up in their live, and then around 10 o'clock they went to do the 80s party. I think it was the 80s, and they went live again later. But I mean, by 10 o'clock last night, I was ready for bed. So me and Alice, we just shower in bed, and then
Mhm.
of course up this morning, and here we go.
You know what? The thing about last night when they did that live on the celebration, that internet was perfect. I
Yes,
was surprised.
yes.
I was
Yeah.
surprised. So hopefully on the Jubilee they're gonna have that one. Yeah, if that's the case, yeah, I'm gonna be live.
Yeah, yeah,
And
oh, definitely.
anything can happen
And then
on
she was,
prime time.
Jules was back live in the morning this morning before me. So,
Yeah, that's early in the morning. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I missed that one early in the morning. So we're gonna move along real quickly on this day on film and television. Wow. Okay. So yes, you are getting old. Yes, I am. Okay. So
Mama, Mama Nola's in the house.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh okay. So let's see here on this day on the Emmy Awards. Let's see here. Bob Newhart won 1962 Emmy Awards for his portrayal of the Bob Newhart Show. I think, yeah, that's what it says. Uh, yeah, he is a comedian actor. So let's see here. Let's see here. On 1966, the year I was born. Ha ha ha. That was an incredible day. 1966, the 18th Emmy Awards. The Fugitive won for Best TV Show and The Fugitive. Oh, now you're talking about some old stuff there. Let's see here.
Hey,
Hey, let's see here. The Dick Van Dyke Show won. Let's see for hold on, it skipped on me. Get back. Um, yeah, so the Dick Van Dyke Show won for for that show. The actors wanted that one, and this is just skipping. Why is it skipping? Okay.
step it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, a lot of things happen on this day in history. But here's the thing: on this day in 1986, I was getting ready to graduate high school. Graduate high school in 1986. Yeah, and those of you who are not fans of the 80s, I love the 80s. I will say that all day, every day. I love the 80s,
Yeah, I do too.
especially 86.
Yep.
Best music of all time. But yeah, so let me see here. We're gonna move on real quick with some other news.
Wait. I have a couple of days in history I wanted to mention. So, this
Okay,
day in
cool.
history in 2012, the world's tallest tower opened in Tokyo called the Sky Tree.
Wow.
In 2010, on this day, wait, I'm sorry, I'm going to skip that one. It's a little bit tragic. In 1980, on this day in 1980, the arcade game Pac-Man was released.
Oh, I
Nice.
forgot him. You know what, Pac-Man? I spent so much money on that stupid machine, but it's good. I spend my lunch money. Now, when you spend your lunch money on that, yeah.
Yeah, I used to waste a lot of money.
Oh, a lot of money, yeah. And then when they got
the
this,
last thing I wanted to mention is on this day in 1906, the Wright brothers flying machine was patented, giving
Nice.
way to air travel. So
Nice.
yeah. So the talking about the Pac-Man thing, when I used to play at the arcade, we used to go to the, you know what, guys, everybody, when we used to go outside and play, we used to go outside and play.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, our parents told us, you're out of school, get your butt out there. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, get outside, go outside and play.
yep.
We didn't have to tell them where we're going, what we're doing, but we're just from road racks.
There's a trend on TikTok about Gen Xers. I'm a Gen X, right? So I was born in 1970. So I'm a Gen X, and there's this thing going around on TikTok about Gen Xers and stuff, right? And you know, I mean, arguably, I think we're the kind of like the last
Yes.
like
The last
good generation, right?
Mhm.
But so I have two Gen Z kids, so of course they disagree with that. But and my daughter is very cynical, and she's always saying, "Yes, I know, Dad. You guys drank out of the hose."
Yes. Oh, yeah. We used to drink out of hose.
Yeah.
You know, we used to drink out of hose. We used to make ramps and jump our bicycles, our bikes, and no helmet, no pads.
Yeah.
You know, we make our own ramps, trying to be like Evil Knievel. Some of us failed. Some of us did the jump, and some of us failed. The agony of defeat. Yeah.
Right. Yep.
I admit to doing that, but yeah. So some of these kids don't know what going outside of. They, well, my sister has 6 kids, so when she says, "Well, it's summertime, y'all need to go outside and play," my nieces and nephew, I love them so much. When they go outside to play, they're playing their tablets outside, they're playing their phones outside. My sister said, "No, go outside and play like we used to do." She didn't used to do that. She was just a spoiled rotten kid. But yeah, we get off subject real quickly. But yeah, as far as the summer season is coming up, like Getty said, the hurricane season is going to start early start. Especially that's what I'm saying. Hurricane season is very very tough on cruising. If you're going to book a cruise, there is some. Just remember, you might have some delays. You might have some detours. Those ships are not made for tropical storms and hurricanes and stuff like that. So just be aware, and that's why you should have insurance. Are you doing that? Master Drill, have you been to like a little wave action when you're on the cruise? Any kind of storms or anything like that
Oh
when
my
you're
God.
on a cruise?
I mean, I tell you, I've been on a few, and I was on Grandeur on the last cruise before the shutdown for COVID. I was on Grandeur of the Seas out of Baltimore, and we were coming back, and it was like a horrible storm. And there's a solarium on that class ship where it's kind of like an adults only. It's kind of like Serenity from Carnival, but and I mean I've seen kids in there, but it's kind of like supposed to be the adults area on Royal ships like that. So in there late at night, because that's where they serve on that class ship. They serve, which is a Vision class ship, so they serve the pizza and the late night snacks and stuff in there. Sitting there, saw this guy sitting at this table. Had seen him around the ship, that week, and the ship was really rocking and rolling. In fact, earlier that day when I was sitting in my cabin, so I had an ocean view room. I was sitting facing this way. The window was out here, and while the ship was just sailing back, at one point, all you could see was sky. And then when it rocked the other way, all you could see was ocean, right? So it got even worse that night.
Mm-hmm.
And so this guy was sitting there eating a slice of pizza. There was probably, I don't know, maybe, a handful of people in there. And not more than 10 seconds after he got up to take his plate over and leave, the ship must have hit a wave or whatever. And it listed to the one side, and a table rolled all the way across the solarium, slammed right into the chair that he had been sitting in, and pushed that table into the actual side of the solarium and broke the glass.
Wow.
See,
that was the worst time I've ever been. I've been on other cruises where it was rocking and rolling a little bit, but never like that. And of course, in some of if I'm ever on a ship and I'm vlogging and it's ever rough, I always include in my vlog a 10-second clip of the bags that the crew take to the stairwell railings. because
All
whenever
right.
you notice when you're on a ship, some people don't notice, but whenever the ship is rocking and rolling, the crew go around the entire ship to the staircases, and at every deck they tape
Mm-hmm.
a bag with bags in it in case anybody needs one. So
That's right. I
they're
seen it.
readily available.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot. You can watch on YouTube. They have some
Yeah,
people going with them.
when the bags are out, you know it's going to be serious.
Yeah, but it's not serious.
No, see, now me personally, I've never had a problem. Knock
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
wood, never had an issue with seasickness ever.
Hmm.
I don't have any issues with it, but definitely, I definitely take notice to the people who have a lot of times people have the little patch there behind their ears and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Hmm.
Don't know if they work or whatever, because typically those people are the ones who are like going to be getting on the ship for the first time, and they're worried that they're going to get seasick, so they go and they put that on. They don't know if they're going to or not. I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, who wants to find out the
Yeah.
hard
Yeah.
way if they're going to get
Yeah.
seasick or not, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. So, man, that's some weird stuff. Hey, don't forget if you want to get in touch with us, go ahead and hit hashtag YOYOYO quickie. Hit just type in my words ZEEMAN and Mustard Drill. Do you have one yours yet?
I do. It's hashtag TMD, which stands for the muster drill.
All right, so we got all that taken out. Guys, don't forget if you're watching on Facebook, yes, we are here Monday to Friday at 8 a.m. Central Time. So we got some other stuff we need to talk to real quickly. As far as tech and cruising. Now, Warren on the Virgin had this problem while he was on the cruise. He lost some of his videos he did, and basically he said that when he's done for the day and he hooked up his phone to his laptop, I guess he was too anxious and it did not download all the way. So what you do is at the end of the day, you're gonna write the uplink your phone to your laptop, and you're gonna say, do you want to download all your videos and pictures? Say yes. You gotta let it download all the way to do that, and then you gotta double check yourself before you delete your videos. I always put it on in a folder of a day, and then I'll check the folder to see if all my videos are in that folder. If they're not, I'll go ahead and do it again. Because sometimes a lot of people get too anxious and they just pull it out. If you do that, yeah, you might lose some video. And also, I had to say this, especially when people are getting ready to go cruising the first time or using a camera for the first time, you must get your SD card. When you get it, please, guys, don't be cheap. Gotta have SD card that says a V on it for video. You gotta have it up to like 30 and above to get the quality you want. So don't go to Walmart. Don't go to Best Buy. Get it to Amazon or get it to that little Eddie. What is that? What is that shopping thing you do?
Timu.
See, when someone says that, my finger's doing that, and my bank account hates you right now. It hates Cheryl, but she's not here. Yeah. I,
TMU.
yes, I have said that. I sent to my bank account thanks to those guys with that because I get the Amazon bug. So yeah, the thing is with that is you just gotta be careful. And yes, you must format your SD card before you start doing videos. You gotta format it to that video or your tablet or whatever. If you do not and you try to replace it with another one, it's not gonna work. So that's just another tip for people that like on a cruise. Eddie, do you have anybody you want to do a channel? Anything you like to talk about? Anybody else's channel? Do you want to sponsor anybody for this week?
Well, I know that at whatchamacallit, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. There's gonna be a Love and Marry show on Ocean to Ocean Travel. It's going to be hosted by John Bourbon. And me and Alex happen to be one of the couples that are going to be in that show. So I'm inviting everybody to, tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Come over and check it out. It's going to be some spicy stuff. Knowing
It's
John
gonna be
Bourbon,
fun. Mhm.
anything comes out of that mouth, watch out. We're going to be
Yeah, watch out for your knees and your elbows because they might get pinched or hit. If you have not seen the Ocean, go to his channel and look at the first Love and Marriage show. I could not stop laughing. Uh, I was just I said, hey, do you need the black Dr. Phil to get on there? Because there's some people that are angry. I can tell they're angry. They're smiling. I can't believe you said that. But yeah, so one of my people I want to sponsor real quick, and I gotta say congratulations to Island Derek and Amanda. They hit the 15,000 subscribers.
wow.
Congratulations to Derek and Amanda. And by the way, they are getting ready to go on a cruise. They get ready to go on a flight from I think it's from Dallas, and then they're going up to Europe. And this is a first international flight with kids, and Derek is so nervous about that. So yeah, they're doing a transatlantic from Europe back to New York. So I think they're going Wednesday. So they didn't have a show last night, so I can get that spot on for Derek and Amanda. Congratulations. Uh, him and Amanda are the ones that taught me to go ahead and start doing my cruising YouTube channel. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. So hopefully we can see them live. Um, so as I was saying at the top of the show, Jimmy had a hard time on the plane. Jerry. He's in the military. He's in the Navy. He goes on the planes and okay, you flew, and then he's terrified of flying. It's safe to fly nowadays. Is he driving a car?
This is like me. I love cruising, but I hate the ocean.
Yeah, what I'm saying is,
Really, you hate the ocean, Eddie? Really?
he hates the ocean, but he loves cruising. I don't get that. I don't get that.
Weird, but
He hates the ocean, but he loves cruising.
I'll hop on one of those big ships anytime.
Yeah.
But I don't have a problem with that. But if I'm to go out and swimming or something, no,
Oh yeah.
that is not happening. I might wait my feet, if it's clear. If I don't see anything, past that line, no.
Right. Huh.
So yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, this weekend will be the beginning of summer. Now, especially in Florida, it's called Riptide. So y'all gotta be careful on that. And I see a lot of people get caught in Riptide to try to fight it. You cannot fight a Riptide.
Nope.
You just gotta float
Gotta go
until it release you, and then you go out there. I wouldn't go out there anyway.
They say you can try to get out of it by trying to swim parallel to the shore. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if it's
I don't want to find out.
Riptide, it's not going to let go.
Yeah, it's not gonna let go, and a lot of people don't understand that. And they say, "Oh," and they panic, and that's the one thing you should not do. When you get caught in time, do not panic.
I personally don't tend to go out far enough for it to be a problem.
Yeah,
but
I don't go in it at all, so I'm okay.
Yeah, he doesn't go. Well, we all had. Well, I have a childhood fear. I'll explain it to you. Jaws. That's all I have to say. Jaws was the childhood fear, especially when you're watching that movie. You live right next to the ocean. Yeah, that would do it. Let's see who else is on the chat. I think Together We Travel is in the house. Thank you for coming in.
Hey, Will.
Let's see here. So, okay, so basically, the Carnival celebration. It looks like the internet is working very, very well. So yes, I will be buying the internet package for the Carnival Jubilee. So that is going to be
both times I was on Mardi Gras and when I was on Celebration, the internet was the best Carnival internet I've had since kind of like the restart and the internet packages were getting, a little less like they all signed on to this new Israeli company that had faster internet. Right now, since then, Royal Caribbean has shifted to Starlink, which I think is, probably even faster. But the one thing I noticed about the new Carnival ships, well, the XL class ships, is first of all, every cabin has an access point in it. It's usually under the desk. That's where I have found it in most instances. Where some of the older ships that they had to retrofit with internet, it's out in the hall and it's, like every 4 cabins or something like that or whatever. So if you happen to be kind of right in the middle of it, it can be iffy for your internet connection. And then just capacity wise, it just doesn't have a lot of capacity because the satellite equipment on board is, even though it's set up for the new satellites, it's still just not, it's just not the best it doesn't have the best throughput, I should guess, just what I'm trying to say. So I have found that the internet is very good, even despite, you figure there's probably at least half of the ship, if not maybe even more, has bought the internet package. And for it to still work that well with that many people using it. Now, I've certainly still had issues where it just didn't work for some day, for some reason, because it was down or something, but it doesn't last for very long. It's usually back up again and you can get running again.
Yep.
Speaking of internet on ships, though, I really wanted to just mention this. I was astonished at how good the internet was on Margaritaville at sea. Like, this is like an old, busted, broken down classic, Carnival, Costa Classica, right? It was Bahamas Paradise before that. There was no way I was expecting the internet to be that good on it. But I decided, you know what, it wasn't very expensive. I think it was like $20 for the whole cruise. I was like, that's kind of like a no-brainer compared to what we're paying for it on like another ship, right?
Yeah.
So I'm totally doing it. I was blown away. Like, first of all, not only was the Wi-Fi on board Wi-Fi 6, which is the latest standard, which is like, I'm not going to nerd out on that one. But in any event, it was just so fast. I was blown away at how fast it was. Definitely worth the money. If you didn't like anything else about the cruise, you definitely couldn't complain about the internet.
So definitely, I will be doing some lives, especially on prime time, when it's one of those things you'll say, yeah, I better go ahead and do it. Now, the internet package. Now, here's the thing with that. Here's another tip for people that are doing the internet package. Go ahead and buy it before you book the cruise. It'll save you some money. And also, the drink packages is the same way. You can pay that off before you get on the cruise. You don't have no bills. When you pay everything off and you go on the cruise, you're on vacation mode. Put your phone on airplane mode and you just chill out. Now, as far as being a solo cruiser, which I am, it should be a felony. Why should I have to pay double? I understand they're trying to make some money, but it's a pain in the neck to ask somebody to go on a cruise with you, and they say yes, and then 2 weeks before you go on a cruise, they got to back out. So, it's a pain in the neck. Hopefully, on the Icon Seas, that will be on my bucket list, 2024, 2025. If I do that on the bucket list on the Icon of the Seas, yes, I will be celebrating my 60th birthday, which is on 2026. So yes, I got to put that on a bucket list. Eddie, do you have the list for anybody that's going to be on today?
Yes, sir. Let me get to it right here. So, right after us, at A Moment in the World at 11 p.m. Eastern, that's with Darian. Also, Z will be on at 11 for his primetime show, morning show at 11 a.m. Roy and Becky's Travels, 1 p.m. Eastern. Mr. Warmstron Adventures, a premiere at 4 p.m. Eastern. Alicia Adventures in Cruising, 6 p.m. The Cruise Nuts will have a premiere tonight. Also, Destinations Delight has a premiere also at 7 p.m. tonight. Mr. Kenny Oaks, Foreman, aka Kenny Oaks, premiere at 7:25 Eastern. No Judgment here with Teach Ross at 8 p.m. and closing the night with the Vineyard Chicks and Buck and Barb after dark at 9 p.m.
That sounds good. Now, I think Half Luggage will Travel might be on 6:30 Central Time. If
They might,
they're on a
yes,
celebration,
yeah,
so
they
they
might,
might be live. So
yeah,
just keep a lookout. You might get a notification they'll be on live with
yeah.
the carnival celebration. Now, guys, this is the thing. This is the thing. All right, both of y'all. Uh, I'll go with Messenger first. What is your favorite excursion to do? Uh, I know you've been to Cozumel, Mexico. What is your favorite excursion to do in Cozumel, Mexico?
Hmm. Um, I probably have a bit of a different take on Cozumel. So if you've been to Cozumel, you know that it's, San Miguel, which is the kind of the name of the city there, typically takes about a 10-15 minute cab ride to get from the cruise port down to the heart of San Miguel. Tons of shopping, lots of, restaurants, and, of course, there's the barf boats that take off from there and go over to the
Yeah.
mainland and stuff like that. So here's the thing: a lot of people don't know um, about the windward side of Cozumel. So I like to hire a cab, just a private cab, and have them take me on a tour of the other side of the island. Now, there's a single road, so it's not like there's a bunch of things to see over there, but like, for lack of a better way of putting it, the countryside on that side of the island is just beautiful. I mean, just absolutely fantastic. There's very few people that live over there. You probably don't remember this, but a really long time ago, I think in the 90s, Hurricane Wilma, I think it was, took
Mhm.
out all of the electricity on that side of the island, and the Mexicans never put it back in.
Oh,
So it has really kind of kept that side of the island pristine, right? Because it's hindered development because of it. So
yeah,
there are a few hotels and restaurants and stuff over there, but it's just absolutely beautiful over there. So I love to just take a cab ride over there and see it all. It gets you away from all of the kind of the hustle and bustle of it, just more relaxing and stuff. There's also like a federal park, a Mexican federal park over there too, which I've never actually been to because I mean, apparently it takes like all day to see it because it's a slow road and stuff like that. But
yeah,
it's just really beautiful over there. So that's what I like to do in Cozumel. But then I also love the standard beach day. Now I go to Nachi Cocom, which is way out on the far end of the island. It's past Mr. Sancho's and all. It's actually right next to Mr. Sancho's, but it's like actually past all of those. It's a smaller resort, and it tends to be a little less crowded. The food, I think, has maybe fallen down, slipped a little bit or whatever, but it's still really good. It's still the best Mexican food, certainly better than any Mexican food I could have here in Pennsylvania. But yeah, that's what I like to do. So, I mean, I've also been there during the Day of the Dead time as well, and they have a lot of the locals put out displays and stuff according to the tradition and the custom. So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
also really cool to see as well. So, the last thing I wanted to just mention about Cozumel is I usually go to this. I usually go off the beaten path a little bit in Cozumel. I don't tend to go too far on foot, but I always try to go off the beaten path a little bit when I'm down in San Miguel and find some of the local shops that aren't maybe part of the traditional um, tourist guild or whatever. So, try to support those people a little bit more. And I love to buy some of the local snacks. So some of the sodas and snacks, chips and candies and stuff like that or whatever, and just check them out, try them out, see what's different about them. Because I have found that most of the things that have gotten from there are very different than the things that I can get here in the United States.
Oh, absolutely. Eddie?
Well, Cozumel, I only been there once. It was overcast. It was humid. We made it to the port. We went around some of the stores at in Punta Langosta, and we went across the little fast driving highway that they have there. Even though it's a small street, they drive like it's a racetrack. We made it across and got to do some videos and picture stuff. Bought some souvenirs, and then I told Alice, since it's so overcast and so humid, let's go back to the ship. We went back to the port, ride the bikes back to the ship. The moment we walked in the ship, the storm came down. So I'm glad we were able to get out of the way. Now in this October, we're gonna go back there, and our excursion is gonna be Mr. Sancho's. So I'm hoping to be a great place to go. I mean, cruise nuts love this place. They're always talking about it. I seen it also in Lolita Loca, how many times they've been there, and some other people. So we want to check it out. At least this time we're gonna go to Cozumel. We go back in January with the Prima, and then we're gonna try either Paradise Beach or something else. So we'll definitely be doing some of the stuff. I do want to jump in the pool and swim around like a little mermaid.
The other thing I wanted to mention too is during the pandemic, I was in Cozumel on Mariner of the Seas, and I did something that I have never done before. If you've ever been in Cozumel and you took the cab ride from the port, from the cruise ship piers down to the heart of San Miguel, and then of course, took a cab ride back or whatever. Obviously, you're in the cab, you're looking around, you can see things, but I decided to walk from the heart of San Miguel all the way back to the cruise pier. It took me 3 hours. Right?
Oh,
listen, this is the reason why I wanted to bring it up. It was the most amazing day I have ever had in Cozumel. And the reason why is because for as many times as I've been in that cab, driving by and seeing the whole thing go by in the window, it does not compare.
Oh, yeah.
Actually being able to being there on the sidewalk and walking, I saw things and interacted. That was the best part of it. I interacted with so many people along the way, just the most friendly and amazing people who were willing to just stop what they were doing and say hello to me and talk to me for a moment. And it was just an incredible experience. And if you're capable, if you are capable of doing that, I recommend doing it at least once, just because I found the experience to be just, way different than anything else. And I don't know about you, but when I travel, it's definitely for the experience.
Right.
Yes.
So my experience in Cozumel, Mexico is basically different when I get off the ship. Before you get off the ship, don't forget, you got to check with the ship's time. Don't do your time, but the ship's time. They'll tell you when you get ready to pull into port. They'll give you the ship's time. They'll tell you what time it is and what time you need to be back on the cruise. And so, yeah, I will eat the big breakfast in the main dining area because, they're going to be doing some stuff. There's two places I love to go. There's Three Amigos. Love that place. I get the, drinky there, and then Senor Frogs. I go eat at Senor Frogs. Oh man, great food. Like Scott said, they got great, real, authentic Mexican food. They don't have in the States, unless you find somebody that brings that stuff from Mexico to Texas, whatever. But yes, and those shops over there, you know what? The thing is, if you're gonna do some souvenir shopping, I love doing the souvenir shopping. I like the wheel and deal, because
Yeah,
they're
haggle.
trying
Yeah,
to say some stuff. And I say, okay, I'm thinking about getting it, but can you go the price a little bit lower? They say, yeah, go ahead and do that. So boom. Um, Cosmo is famous, or I say it's famous for the rum cake. Oh man,
yep,
I had to buy. I'm sorry, but I had to buy at least 10 or 20 of those rum cakes and go back on the cruise, go back on the cruise ship, and then go back and buy some more. Those rum cakes are very, very good. And yeah, you will gain some weight for doing that. There is. As soon as you leave the port, I think you take a left. There is a all-inclusive restaurant there. Incredible Mexican food once again. They got all food and drinking over there. Great stuff. And there's a couple of shops over there that me and my friend out there, we were on the navigated seas. And it's a great shop. They have the real tequila, not the ones they have in America, but the real tequila, the real strong, the one with the worm in it. Yeah. He bought a case. He bought a case of that. I bought like 4 or 5 bottles of that. We take back on the ship. But they did samples. Now you guys gotta be careful with these tequila samples because it's totally different. Yeah, it's totally different. That's why I tell everybody if you're gonna start drinking in Cozumel, you need to eat breakfast. A big breakfast.
I guess
And
just
by the
do
way, it depends on your stomach. You gotta bring your bottle of water with you.
yeah,
I do
cold
not.
water.
Don't,
Yes,
don't drink the don't drink the water out of the faucet. It will hurt you. It'll bite you in the butt. I'm telling you. A lot
definitely.
of people have had that kind of problem. So yes, the thing is, you get one of those big bottles from the cruise ship, take it with you, go on shore. While you're coming back, you cannot have that bottle. If you drink, you gotta drink all the water before you bring it back, or you throw it away. They don't allow open container stuff like that when you're going back on a cruise ship. And by the way, yeah, the duty free, it's basically simple. You just buy it. It's a little bit cheaper and stuff like that. So don't forget to do that. Eddie, do you have anything coming up in the next couple of months? Go ahead and do your thing.
Well, I do have the cruise in October, the boost cruise, leaving out of New Orleans on October 28th or 29th, 29th out of New Orleans. And we're going to go hit Montego Bay, Grand Cayman, and then Cozumel at the end and back to New Orleans. Then in November, I might be going over to Tennessee to meet up with Clark for they're going to be there for a week. And running around Christmas, we'll definitely be home. January, I'm going on the Prima out of Galveston, and we're gonna hit the four ports again, which is Costa Maya, Roatan, Belize, and Cozumel at the end. And then in March, we had the meetup in Helen, the fourth annual meetup in Helen, March 8th, 9th, and 10th, which I'm about 2 hours away from there. So we'll definitely be going up to the mountains to spend the weekend in Germantown, which is excellent up there, dude. Excellent.
That's actually that place has been on my bucket list for so long, right? So I mean, I don't know why it keeps getting kicked or whatever, but and then I've seen some more things about it, and then of course when I first heard that you were talking about the meetup there or whatever, I thought, wow, what a great opportunity to go there.
Yes, and meet so
So
many people.
yeah,
We had a great time. I mean, those 3 days flew by. They fly by. There's so much stuff to do that we do within the group. So, and we all stay in the same hotel. So that's
like
even
I
better.
do a lot, like I do a lot of land based vacationing as well as cruising, but um, I mean, I don't know. It seems like it's a bit far for me to like do like a road trip on or whatever,
Yeah, yeah,
um, but yeah. So someday, hopefully, I make it there or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So
It seems like it's moving. So it's gonna be the fourth now in March next year. So it
okay.
seems like it's been moving along. So and more people have been showing up every year.
Right.
Definitely, definitely. You're more than
Uh,
invited.
yeah, that's good. That's good. Mustard Joe, do you have a special channel you want to do a shout out for? Any of your subscribers you want to do a shout out?
I actually don't, but I'm definitely gonna try to. I'm gonna check a few out, and I'll definitely, you know, I'll definitely come up with some that I definitely want to showcase or whatever. But I don't at the moment. So no, sorry.
Eddie, do you have any people that you want to say a special shout out for their channel?
Yes, 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 sir. Yes, I do. Mr. Bamanola Loan Adventures. There are
Mhm.
465 subscribers right now. He finally did his first Saturday Straw premiere, which I'm glad he did. I've been inviting him to do more lives with us. He was my guest last week when I hosted the Saturday Stroll, which I'm very happy for it. He needs to come around more and show his face, and he'll get more subscribers that way. Network, network, network. I'm always saying that. I also want to give a shout out to LD, the LD show. She's also around the 300 mark. She's part of the either the Ray Parade on Friday or the Saturday Stroll. And come along and hang out with them. They're at low subscribers. Please check them out. If you see their content, if you like it, go ahead and come along with them. I also would like to give a shout out to Cruise Pet Adventures. He's around 300 mark also when it comes to cruising. I mean to subscribers. He does a lot of cruising on Royal Caribbean and Carnival, and he's gonna be part of the this group also in October. And I'm gonna be celebrating his birthday and my birthday on the premiere when it comes to around to January. So please check him out. Pamanola Lawn Adventures, Cruise Pet Adventures, and the LD Show. Please.
Mhm. Okay, so we'll move forward. We get out here. Anybody have any final thoughts of today's show? Any final thoughts? Any tips you want to give out to the people out here? Uh,
Well, the only thing I wanted to mention is that even though Jeremy was very nervous about flying, it seems like he got over it really quick because I
Yeah.
saw a short of him with a big old plate of Shaq's chicken in front of him, right? And he was holding up one of those really thin, crispy fries they have at Shaq's or whatever. He was, it seemed like he survived and
Oh yeah,
was,
yeah, yeah. He did okay.
ready to go. So, yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out. He seems like it
Yep.
seems like Shaq was the cure for anything.
yeah, Jax, Jax is one of those things. Yeah, Jeremy, I feel sorry for Cheryl because I don't think she got any sleep on that plane ride. Because I want to see
Probably
video.
it was probably not a very long plane ride, right?
I think it was like 3 hours.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think.
It wasn't too long, so they'll do okay. They slept that night once they got in that cabin. Forget it. They
Yeah,
slept. So they
yeah.
had
So
fun. So
I gotta say a special shout out to my spies, peer runner. They're on that cruise right now, and I say, hey, you know what? You need to keep an eye on that Jeremy dude. He's nice and proper, fair, but he tries to be sneaky sometimes. So yes, and I have told us that, dude, I got spies on that cruise ship. So if and Cheryl said before they got on the plane, yeah, I don't know who's gonna let me videotape a lot of stuff. So Jerry and Cheryl on that. So
Looks
yeah,
like
they had not contacted me.
Bone
Yeah,
Tired Travelers said that Jeremy got sucked into a good movie.
really
He
interesting.
said the flight went well. He got sucked into a good movie, so I guess that
oh
Uh-huh. See,
to help
yeah.
keep your mind off of whether or not that thing's gonna fall out of the sky or
Oh,
not.
fine.
About what did he say?
Yeah,
Something about like he said something like it shares the sky with birds or something like that or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember what he said, but it cracked me up when I heard it. So
Yeah, and Jeremy is a very cool guy. And
Jennifer's here.
Jennifer, there's two Jennifers. There's a lot of Jennifers.
Jennifer from
Impersonation.
Embarkation Nation.
Oh, Jennifer, hey, good
Our
morning.
main Jennifer.
Oh, okay, yeah, because there's Bill's Jennifer, Bill's daughter Jennifer and stuff like that. So.
Or more recently, I think it could be she could be known as Jennifer from the Carnival Dream.
Or she wears those socks and Crocs. I mean, yeah. She loves those Crocs and socks. I'm just trying to tell you, and so hopefully Jennifer. Yeah, see, we haven't heard. I heard she won some big time money on a casino, so she has not said anything about that, but I think she did. The superstar of the show, Chloe, the cruise, they'll have a lot of fun on that. So let's see here. Couple more things before we get out of here, guys. Don't forget to hit like that, subscribers. Hit that bell, because anytime all three of us will be on today, one of us will be on live. I won't say who. It'll be one of us. So go ahead and hit that bell. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you guys for coming in. Hey, you know what? Here's the thing. You know what? You have 4 more. Actually, you have 4 more days. Friday will be starting the Memorial Day weekend. Guys, if you have family that did the ultimate sacrifice for this country, just take some time to think about. We live in a incredible country, even though we got some stuff going on now, but we live in an incredible country. If it wasn't for those men and women that sacrificed, we would not have this country right now. So yeah, just think about that. Let's see. I think starting Tuesday and Wednesday will be Fleet in New York City. So if you're up there in the East Coast and you see all kinds of Navy ships, just remember they are defending us, and just gotta remember that. Especially my father did the ultimate sacrifice. He passed away, but he had lung cancer. He also had agent doors. So it's gonna be a very tough weekend for me. It was also a very tough weekend for Mother's Day. So just think about that as you. Memorial Day weekend is not just barbecue and going to the ocean, going to the pool. It's just think about the men and women that sacrificed for us. So we all could go on the cruises, because All right. So anything else we would go?
By the way, my son is 27 and he's in the Army Reserves, and his cousin, who's my godson, is in the Navy. So he'll definitely be in New York for a Fleet Week.
Oh yeah. So yeah. By the way, if you want to know what Fleet Week is, just go to website WABC. They're gonna be doing some special programming for that. And if you are listening to the radio like I do, I listen to Tune In WABC radio of New York City. I listen to that every morning before I do anything, just to keep in touch with all that stuff. So let's see here. We got anything else? We did. I think we did our 4 days before the top of the hour. That's awesome. We're a bit ahead of schedule. So I'd like to thank everybody that came on the chat, and I'd like to thank everybody that came on the chat. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching and listening. Hopefully you have 2 hands on the wheels, and we don't want to see you having an accident or getting a ticket. So guys, you'll have a wonderful day. And I got to do the outro. Let's see here. Am I ready for the outro? Yes, I am.
And then we'll be back tomorrow.
Goodbye, content creators. Thank you for coming on the first new episode. You know what? Here's the thing. We're not letting those guys come back in. Jeremy and Cheryl, you're on your own. Try to get into our show this week. It ain't gonna happen. We already set up the night bot. If it has cruise in front of Janez, ain't gonna let you in. Just saying. I hope you guys have a great week. Great week. I hope stay out of trouble. According to me, I'm gonna try to stay out of trouble this week, but hey, anything is possible. We love you.
See you
Peace
mañana.
out. Deuces.
Hasta mañana.
And we're out.